Yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to stand up nice and tall. Place the hands just on the sides, and we will, as we always do, focus our breath to the lower abdomen. Try not to force the breath, just let it naturally expand, like the lower abdomen and the sides and lower back. Try to slow the breathing down, especially the exhalation. So you can inhale for maybe 3 or 4 seconds, exhale for 5 or 6 seconds. And then we'll just take a nice breath in and close. Still be mindful of breathing nice and low. All right, and we'll bring our hands together and just do a nice little figure 8. Just do some nice joint circles today. Make sure everything is moving smoothly. For any of these exercises, try to minimize any popping or cracking. If there is any of that, just try to make the movement a little smaller. And reverse directions. And since most of these movements are going to be very circular, you can always make the circles smaller to have less of a popping and cracking if there is any. All right, shake out the fingers. And then we will just gently circle at the elbow joint as we circle the hands. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. And reverse directions. Good morning. All right, and we'll do some gentle shoulder circles backwards. And then we'll do some arm circles forward. Oh.
That's dangerous.
Still some stuff kind of hanging on the ceilings here from the Christmas party or holiday party they had, I think, on Friday. All right, now bring your hands to the shoulders. We're going to circle backward gently. Again, for all of these movements, should be just smooth. Try to minimize any cracking or popping by making the motion just small enough. All right, and relax, kind of roll the shoulders back. Gently bring the chin down to the chest. And then we're going to gently look from side to side, like we're drawing a U on the chest from one shoulder to the other. And then bring the head back up gently. Very good. Do a little head tilt to the side, middle and other side. Repeat on each side, middle and other side. All right, and then do a very light head circle, just moving the head, not really bending the neck too much, just to let go of any tension in the neck. And reverse directions. All right, very good. Next, let's place the hands just on the hips, and we will circle the hips, coming around. And reverse directions. All right, very good. And then we'll do a slightly smaller, just pelvic circle. So bend the knees slightly and just keep the head upright as we just circle kind of at the pelvis. And reverse directions. All right, very good. And then gently, let's bring the hands over the knees, and we're going to bend the knees slightly forward, then bring them out and back. So kind of what's an outward knee circle, but just a comfortable motion. If moving it in a circle causes any pain or tension, then just you could lightly bend the knee forward and back. And relax. Very good. Coming on up. Staying nice and tall. Shift the weight to one side and circle the heel. And reverse directions. All right. Shift the weight to the other side, circle the heel. And reverse directions. And relax. Very good. All right. And just let's get a little march going. Okay, and just get the arms moving, just kind of lightly reaching forward. Nothing too strained, just kind of let those arms be loose. Reaching forward, and then let's go to the side gently. Reaching to the side. And then gently up, wherever is comfortable. All right, let the arms be nice and loose, and we're going to do our diagonal step pattern. So we're going to imagine we're in the middle like an X. All right, so there's 4 different diagonal directions we can move. So let's first go to the forward, right, and back. And just let the arms just be nice and loose. And back to the middle and forward left. And then let's go backward right. Get back to the middle and go backward left. Right, back to the middle. And then we're going to make like a V pattern. So we're going to go forward right to forward left, middle, forward right, middle, forward left, middle. Stepping back. This just helps really train that kind of changing directions and increasing our spatial awareness. All right, back to the middle, and then we're going to go to the backward right, backward left. So it's like we're making like a mountain. Middle, back right, middle, back left, middle, back right, middle, back left. All right, very good. Back to the middle. And then we're going to do a sideways, kind of a zigzag pattern. So we're going to go front right, middle, back right, middle. So it ends up just being kind of a little diagonal kind of pattern, kind of zigzagging. Not that, of course, they're diagonal, but we're zigzagging. And this one probably feels a little more natural than previous ones. All right, and back to the middle. And then we're going to go front left, middle, back left, middle. So zigzag the other side now. Right, very good. And get a nice little march going. And then catch your breath. Smell the roses, blow out the candles. And let's do that once again, making sure we're breathing nice and low, back down into the lower abdomen. All right, so today, as we often do, we're going to do coordination patterns. We kind of started a little bit with that, but we're going to continue. So starting with some ipsilateral alternating exercise, just to kind of keep our heart rate up. So ipsilateral means same side. We're going to be reaching, but just tapping the toes. So don't commit to this foot. We're keeping the weight on the back leg, and then we switch. So it's just going to be nice little alternating. Same side, kind of rotating, right? Let the hips turn so you can really reach. But again, we're not really committing to this foot, just tapping. And you could go at my pace, you could go slower, you could go faster. Go at a pace though that, you know, does get your heart rate up. I would say as fast as you can, comfortably. And safely, of course. And just stay nice and tall. We're looking straight ahead. Don't look at the ground. Just kind of trust where you're kind of throwing your foot and arm forward. Keep everything loose, not too tight. All right, let's go to the sides now. So again, just kind of throwing that arm and leg on the same side, just away, out. Lightly tapping the toe. Not overly reaching. Try to keep everything relaxed. And we're breathing. Kind of feel like a sock puppet. Very loose. All right, very good. And let's go backward. So we're reaching just lightly back. Again, you can kind of rotate so at that same side, same arm and leg, reach back. Again, just lightly tapping the toes. If you need to take a break at any point, feel free to. We will be taking a break after we get through these ipsilateral patterns. We have one more after this. All right, and finally, reaching up overhead. And just do what feels comfortable. Now, you could also, if you want to get a little more stretch, you could let the leg be straight. And straight leg just kind of gives you a little more stretch in your hamstring. So whatever feels comfortable. Again, you still want to have kind of a relaxed, loose feeling. If you're doing this and somebody does like this, you don't want to do that. You want to still keep the posture tall. So don't lean toward your leg. Just kind of throw the leg and the arm up, but keep the torso tall. All right, very good. Got through all four patterns. Take a nice breath, catch your breath, inhale. Slowly exhale. Smell the roses. Blow out the candles. Let's do it one more time. All right, nicely done. So now we're going to commit to these patterns. We're going to still do ipsilateral, so same side, but instead of just throwing the arm out and tapping our toe, we're going to actually step into this pattern. So we're still going to alternate, but we're shifting that weight forward and doing, I'll show kind of side, taking a big step. So if you feel comfortable, you can bend that knee like you're really reaching for something. But of course, just take as big of a step as you feel comfortable with it. Don't force that knee to bend if there's any pain, okay? Just do what you can. The key thing, so a very basic level would be don't bend the knee, but you're still committing. You're still putting weight onto that foot that you're stepping with, all right? So this would be basic, is no bend, but you're still committing. And then a more advanced, you really big step, you're really bending that knee. You could even lift that back heel to do basically like almost like a lunge. All right, so let's do that for a few rounds. We'll go a little slower pace this time, because this is going to involve more muscles, a bit more of a strength exercise. Think of reaching as far as you can. And like I said, that back heel, it can raise up if you'd like. You don't have to keep both feet glued to the ground. Just like you would if you were actually reaching and grabbing something. A few more. Committing to this step. Shifting that weight forward onto the step and then bringing it back. One more. And relax. Okay, now we're going to go to the side, all right? Catch your breath if you need to. Reaching to the same side. Now, the most advanced will be like almost like a side lunge, right? Easier version is just shifting the weight and stepping. All right, so whatever is comfortable for you. But take your time with it. One more on each side. All right, nicely done. Okay, for this next one, we're going to do kind of like a reverse lunge type pattern. So you're going to step back and shift the weight onto it. The most basic would, or the simple version is just stepping and shifting the weight back as we reach with that same arm. So like that. Just committing. If you want to make it a little more, rigorous, step back and you could bend that front knee as you reach, kind of like that. So whatever feels more comfortable for you. All right, be somewhere in between that. If you do the big step, you will actually be keeping the heel kind of up. Smaller step, you could have it down if you'd like. But just alternating. Nice backward steps. Same arm and leg reaching back. If you do bend that knee, just make sure you keep it right over your foot. Don't let it come too far forward or deviate inward or outward. All right, very good. And lastly, yet again, this one doesn't really change much, but if you'd like, you can go a little further up, just reaching high. So this doesn't really change because we're not shifting our weight, but either straight leg or bent knee, whatever's comfortable. Try to lift as high as you can. And try to keep the trunk nice and tall. All right, very good. Catch your breath. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Smell the flowers. Blow out the candles. And you can go ahead and take a seat. Grab one. Got to leave a chair for myself. All right, and we will start with some leg stretches. So let's do a glute stretch. Today we're going to cross our leg over and then hug the knee up toward the chest. If you're unable to cross your leg, you could just do a normal knee hug where you're just straight up. But if you cross the leg, it is able to target more of the back hip muscles, like the glutes. And just make sure that you're keeping that posture nice and tall, relaxing your shoulders as you do this. And relax. Very good. Switching legs, crossing over if you are able to, and gently hugging the knee. And relax. Very good. Next, we'll get the piriformis stretch. So crossing over, but instead of hugging the knee, pushing the knee down. This is more of the upper side of your hip. Still try to keep the back straight. If this is easy, you can hinge forward a little more. All right, switching legs, crossing over. And relax, very good. And then let's get the hamstring. So scoot near the edge, bring your leg out nice and straight. Start just by hinging forward, keeping your back straight. Supporting your back by placing your hands on the bent knee. All right, last 15 seconds. If you would like to touch the toes, feel free. And gently come on up, switch legs. Start just by hinging forward first, keeping the back straight. Try to pull those toes up toward the ceiling. And then you can cross and reach for the toes if you'd like for the last 15 seconds. And relax, inhale. All right, and you may either remain seated or stand up for just the last few stretches for the upper body. The first one we're going to start is our back scratch, pushing the elbow up. And relax, switching arms. Relax, bring both your hands behind your head. Open those elbows wide and kind of tuck the head back against the hands, keeping the chin down. And then open the arms out wide and palm up. Gently pull the hands back. And finally, bring the hands together and we'll do a little prayer stretch for the wrists. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. We'll unwind and we will close with some gentle breathing in. Slowly out.